4 million like-new motorhomes are stuck in limbo, unsold, unwanted, and quietly vanishing.
Service records reveal problem after problem with the new RV.
Dealers are desperate, lenders are furious, and the whole system is unraveling in real time. Prices are crashing, repossessions are spiking, and hidden auctions are moving rigs for pennies on the dollar. This isn't the market correction everyone expected. It's something far bigger. Here's what's really happening to the motorhomes no one can sell, and why this 4 million dump changes everything. The 4 million motorhome backlog. 4 million like-new motorhomes are sitting unsold across the country, a staggering consequence of post-pandemic overproduction. Shipments peaked at 600,000 units in 2021, according to Motorhomes Industry Association data, but by 2024 demand had plummeted to 330,000. Factories kept running long after buyers had disappeared, producing units that no one wanted and filling dealer lots faster than they could handle. Each motorhome represents a balance sheet liability rather than a sale. These are not idle numbers. They are the foundation of mounting financial pressure on dealers who expected the boom to continue indefinitely. Every unsold unit costs money in insurance, lot rent, and financing. And with 4 million units saturating the market, the problem is impossible to ignore. The first hint of trouble was subtle. Dealers began offering small markdowns, 5,000 here, 8,000 there, but the inventory barely moved. Buyers, patient and informed, quickly realized that every week the units remained unsold meant the price could drop again. Dealers' optimism evaporated into anxiety as they watched their lots swell with pristine motorhomes that would likely never leave the premises. These rigs aren't just sitting, they're ticking liabilities that could bankrupt dealers. Next, we look closer at how the cost of holding this inventory has been quietly strangling dealer finances. Dealer floor plan pressure. Dealer lots are under immense financial strain. Every motorhome that sits unsold costs between $500 and $700 per month in floor plan financing and insurance. Multiply that by dozens of units, and a single small dealership can burn through tens of thousands of dollars before moving a single motorhome. The pressure is constant, and it does not pause for holidays or weekends. Lenders continue counting the days on curtailment schedules, and any missed payment can trigger repossession notices. Floor plan pressure is not abstract. It is a precise, relentless accounting burden. Dealers borrow money to stock the units, expecting to repay the loans as each motorhome sells. When buyers vanish, those loans do not stop ticking. Interest, lot rent, and maintenance continue to accrue. Insurance premiums for these high-value vehicles alone can reach thousands per month, and utilities for indoor showrooms or storage. Warehouses add to the mounting costs. This creates a financial feedback loop. The more units sit unsold, the deeper the loss, and the more desperate dealers become. Some dealers have tried to mask the pressure with fenced-off backlots, hoping to delay lender intervention. Others have offered deep discounts to bulk buyers, often at a loss, just to prevent repossessions. But these measures are temporary. When financing deadlines hit, these pristine motorhomes vanish overnight without anyone noticing. Beyond the mounting costs, the next layer of risk comes directly from lenders and their repossession rules. If this information is opening your eyes, make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated. Share your experiences in the comments below. Every first-hand observation helps uncover where these unsold motorhomes are really going before the market shifts again. Repossession triggers. Once a motorhome sits unsold for 180 days, curtailment schedules trigger lender rights. Lenders can reclaim the units from dealer lots, moving them to off-site storage or sending them to auction. This is not a theoretical risk. Internal memos from several regional lenders show that repossession teams have been working overtime throughout 2024 to recover collateral. Dealers who overcommitted during the boom are now forced to surrender some of their inventory to satisfy financial obligations they cannot meet. The repossession process is often invisible to the public. Haulers arrive after hours, moving motorhomes quietly through locked gates. VIN numbers are covered, and temporary codes replace dealer tags to obscure the ownership trail. By sunrise, the lots appear empty, giving the impression that sales have occurred, when in reality, the units have been removed for financial reasons. For dealerships, it is a survival tactic. For the market, it is a hidden pressure that keeps prices unstable. These actions are legal and meticulously documented in lender records, but the public rarely sees them. The implications are significant. Once motorhomes are reclaimed, they may never return to the original lot, leaving dealers scrambling and buyers unsure of what stock is actually available. By sunrise, the lots look empty, but the problem hasn't gone away. With repossessions underway, the unsold units now move along one of three distinct paths, each with its own consequences. the 3 paths for unsold units. Unsold motorhomes follow 3 main avenues once they leave dealer lots: auctions, export, or salvage. Auction houses receive a significant portion of the units, where they are sold in bulk to resellers or secondary dealers. These transactions often occur below cost, reflecting the financial stress imposed by floor plan loans. Other units are exported to states or countries with more lenient regulations, avoiding local compliance issues while still recovering some cash. Finally, salvage operations handle motorhomes that are written down as damaged for accounting purposes. On paper, they may appear to have suffered minor transport damage, but in reality, the write-downs simply allow for rapid removal from dealer inventories. This system is efficient but ruthless. Each motorhome removed from its original lot erases a potential sale, suppresses regional prices, and creates uncertainty for anyone tracking inventory trends. Buyers observing the market may see steeply discounted models, but few understand why the stock disappears so quickly or where it goes next. Some motorhomes will be refurbished and reappear under different ownership. Others are dismantled entirely. Some rigs will never see a driveway again, but the worst is still ahead. Next, the story continues with how dealer panic accelerates, markdowns deepen, and hidden markets emerge. Salvage misclassification. Many motorhomes removed from dealer lots are reclassified through salvage misclassification. Units that are virtually untouched, with fewer than 2,000 miles on the odometer, are often labeled as having minor transport damage. On paper, this allows dealerships and lenders to write them down financially, clearing space on balance sheets without admitting the market is flooded. Auction sites such as Copart and IAA show a sharp increase in listings for 2024 and 2025 motorhomes, carrying these cosmetic or administrative damage labels. The reality is different. These vehicles were never in accidents. The damage codes exist solely to move inventory quickly, reduce loan exposure, and comply with lender requirements. Dealers and lenders understand the mechanics, but the broader market sees only a seemingly legitimate transaction. What looks like minor damage is actually a silent financial reset. Thousands of pristine motorhomes are cycled through this system every month. Even models that retain their factory window stickers appear on salvage platforms, often purchased by secondary dealers or parts suppliers. Some units are stripped and rebuilt with minor modifications before being resold under new VIN assignments. Others are sold overseas, where local emission rules are less stringent. The misclassification system conceals the financial reality. The inventory glut is not disappearing by sale. It is being shuffled quietly to protect cash flow. While some units move through salvage channels, another wave is leaving U.S. soil entirely, creating a different set of consequences. Export and cross-state moves. Export and cross-state movement of motorhomes has become a key strategy to manage the surplus. Units that cannot be sold within restrictive markets, particularly states enforcing new zero-emission rules, are relocated to regions with looser regulations or prepared for overseas shipment. Dealers and transport companies coordinate logistics to move hundreds of motorhomes at a time, often during the night, to avoid attention. Trucks arrive at docks or staging facilities, pick up multiple units, and transport them to ports or storage yards in other states. The process is precise, legal, and designed to maximize value before depreciation erodes it further. The domino effect begins as these motorhomes enter new markets. States receiving these units suddenly face a surge in supply, which depresses local pricing. Overseas buyers may acquire high-spec motorhomes at fractions of the original cost, while U.S. regions with restricted sales see inventory vanish. The logistics behind the movement are tightly controlled. VNs may be masked, dealer records adjusted, and temporary codes applied to maintain compliance with lender requirements. The units leave U.S. shores, but the domino effect is only beginning, and regional pricing instability is guaranteed. Even after accounting for salvage and export, local dealers must resort to aggressive markdowns to move stock that remains on their lots. Markdown madness. Dealer markdowns have reached unprecedented levels for certain 2024 models. $129,995 Class A motorhomes have been reduced to $101,000 in just a few months. These discounts represent tens of thousands of dollars lost per unit, yet inventory often remains unsold because buyers have learned to wait. Leaked dealer bulletins and pricing sheets indicate that floor plan costs continue to to accrue while these markdowns fail to stimulate sufficient movement. The financial math is unforgiving. Each month, an unsold motorhome costs dealers several $100s in interest and insurance. Markdown strategies slow losses but rarely eliminate them. Some sell in bulk, below cost, to prevent repossession, yet the market remains glutted. Buyers' patience drives leverage, knowing prices may drop further. When discounts fail, dealers resort to secretive after-hours hauls and hidden storage, moving inventory out of public view to protect cash flow. After-hours, hauls, and hidden storage. After-hours hauls and hidden storage have become standard practice for dealers trying to survive the glut. Trucks arrive under cover of night, pick up motorhomes from fenced lots, and deliver them to off-site storage or staging areas. VINs are covered, temporary finance codes are applied, and units disappear from public view. The operation is coordinated to avoid public attention and to ensure lenders' requirements are met. These lots often appear empty by morning, giving the impression that sales have occurred when in reality, the vehicles have simply been moved. The hidden market thrives as dealers, lenders, and secondary operators control inventory, while buyers see only inconsistent stock and pricing. Motorhomes are funneled to auctions, export, or retrofit programs. Secrecy shields financial strain, impacting local pricing, availability, and timing. Dealer panic escalates as communities, policies, and market forces compound the crisis. Community ripples. The collapse of motorhome sales is not just a dealer problem, it ripples through entire communities. Towns like Elkhart, Indiana, once bustling with factory workers and supply chains, are now experiencing shop closures and layoffs. Metal shops, upholstery warehouses, and part suppliers that depended on production are cutting shifts or shutting entirely. Trucking companies that once hauled completed units sit idle, trailers parked for weeks at a time. Restaurants that relied on lunchtime traffic from factory employees see their dining rooms empty by noon. Gas stations and local service providers notice fewer customers, and seasonal work disappears almost overnight. Each unsold motorhome fuels a quiet economic downturn. Families relocate for work, school enrollment drops, and local revenues shrink. Overproduction and collapsing demand create a chain reaction, halting commerce and wages. Every unsold rig ripples through lives, while state-level regulations add further pressure on dealers and manufacturers nationwide. Policy whiplash. Policy whiplash compounds the problem. Several states, led by California, introduced zero-emission mandates targeting vehicles above 8,500 pounds. Dealers who previously sold motorhomes nationwide now face a patchwork of rules. One motorhome that meets compliance in Texas may become unsellable when shipped to Oregon or Washington. The timing of enforcement differs from state to state, leaving dealers struggling to anticipate where and when their inventory can legally be registered. Manufacturers lack electric or hybrid replacements for larger Class A motorhomes, leaving dealers facing high floor plan costs and restrictive sales rules. Unsold units move to permissive states or export, causing inconsistent pricing and availability. Regulatory strain and mounting unsold inventory are breaking down production and supply chains nationwide. Idle production and supply chain strain. Idle production lines illustrate how deeply the market has collapsed. Factories that once ran double shifts are now halting operations, leaving labor underutilized and material suppliers waiting for payment. The cost of labor and components for a single motorhome can approach $100,000, yet markdowns on unsold units have reduced revenue below cost in many cases. Part suppliers report delayed invoices stretching months, and contractors face canceled work orders. The breakdown extends beyond individual dealerships, straining the entire supply chain. Unpredictable cash flow forces companies to reconsider staffing, inventory, and capital investment. Trade analysts show declining shipments and revenue. Margins vanish, and suppliers wait for checks that may never arrive. Manufacturers face critical strategic decisions under economic and regulatory pressure. To stay ahead of the next wave and understand how prices, inventory, and timing will evolve, subscribe now. The industry is changing fast, and being informed early is the only way to protect your decisions and your wallet. Manufacturer crossroads. Manufacturers now confront a stark choice: innovate with hybrid or electric designs or risk collapse. Some are exploring lighter, more efficient frames that comply with zero-emission mandates, while others test modular platforms that could integrate with future hybrid systems. Developing these technologies requires millions of dollars in investment, with no guarantee of immediate return. Dealers, already under financial strain, demand simpler designs they can sell quickly, while regulators continue to tighten restrictions on high-weight combustion units. The window for adaptation is narrow. Companies that move too slowly risk repeating unsold motorhomes, repossession, and liquidation. Strategic investment can stabilize inventory and restore confidence. Innovation is essential, determining pricing, availability, and dealer viability. With communities, policy, and manufacturing under pressure, the stage is set for emerging markets, retrofits, and strategies. Shadow market emergence. A shadow market has emerged as a direct consequence of dealer panic and unsold inventory. Resellers are buying motorhomes in bulk at auction, often under lender-directed liquidation programs, and relisting them under new dealer aliases or generic private sale listings. Buy-ins are masked or updated, photographs are recycled, and units move across state lines to obscure the original ownership trail. The transactions are legal, yet they operate outside conventional dealer channels, creating confusion for anyone tracking pricing or availability. Resellers acquire nearly new motorhomes at steep discounts, often 20% below dealer prices. Units reappear within 6 weeks, sometimes under different identities, creating the illusion of availability while concealing financial strain. Beyond secondary sales, many motorhomes gain new life through rebuild and retrofit programs, extending utility, value, and market relevance. Rebuild and retrofit trend. A growing trend involves rebuilding or retrofitting unsold motorhomes for improved efficiency and reduced cost. Workshops across the Midwest and other manufacturing hubs are converting idle 2024 and 2025 units with solar panels, lithium battery banks, and lighter-weight interiors. Generators and heavy appliances are replaced with portable, modular alternatives, improving fuel efficiency and simplifying maintenance. The cost of a full retrofit averages $15,000, a fraction of the nearly $200,000 required for a new model. Upgrades transform motorhomes into practical, durable vehicles, prioritizing reliability and cost-effectiveness over electronics. Illinois workshop footage shows diesel generators removed and insulation upgraded. Some rebuilt units sell faster than untouched models, yet thousands face export, salvage, or dismantling. While some are retrofitted, many reach the end of the line, revealing environmental consequences. Environmental fallout. The environmental impact of scrapped motorhomes is significant. Thousands of unsold units are dismantled in facilities designed to recover salvageable materials. Aluminum, fiberglass, and composite flooring are sorted and sent to recyclers, but the recovery value rarely exceeds 40% of the retail price. Treated wood, foam, insulation, adhesives, and other structural materials cannot be processed cost-effectively and are sent to landfills, adding massive volumes of waste to the ecosystem. Leaked footage shows nearly new motorhomes dismantled in under 30 minutes, VINs voided, paperwork erased. Since 2024, over 12,000 tons of composite material have entered landfills. Destruction is cheaper than storage. As liquidation, retrofit, and scrapping continue, the market resets, creating new pricing structures and opportunities for remaining motorhomes. Market reset and timing windows. The market is shifting towards smaller, emission-compliant motorhomes that can be sold across states without regulatory hurdles. Manufacturers are reducing production by nearly 30% for 2026, focusing on models under 8,500 pounds and hybrid drivetrains. Dealers anticipate steadier demand, slimmer margins, and units that retain resale value longer. Used motorhome prices are bottoming out as liquidation ends, setting a floor for the next phase of the market. Final markdowns for oversized or non-compliant motorhomes will vanish after the fiscal year. Compact, compliant models stabilize, creating timing windows. The market signals a rebuild, not a boom. Dealers, manufacturers, and resellers are adapting. Understanding these shifts lets buyers navigate strategically, avoiding past traps while balancing risk, opportunity, and value. So yeah, that's what's really happening to those brand new motorhomes nobody's buying. They're not gone. They're being dumped, retagged, or shipped out quietly. What do you think? Smart business or total cover-up? Let me know in the comments. Smash that like button if you learned something new, and make sure you subscribe, because the next wave of motorhomes market chaos is coming fast, and you'll want to see it first.